All right, Coach, could you like to give us your opening statement?
Sure. I tell you what I told them after the game. I felt like we had our opportunities, and we would get it close, and then we would give up a basket or two, and we just never could seem to kind of close the gap. And then the other thing is, we can't start the tip like that. How we started the first quarter was pretty rough, so it's hard to dig yourself out of a hole when you get down like that. And it's a momentum thing. You let them feel good right from the start. It's hard to turn that off.
Yeah, Coach, I just want to talk about that a little bit. Utah Tech up by as much as 14, but we talk about basketball being a game of runs, being able to cut it down to as low as 3 and 4. Can you just kind of talk about the offensive strategy and the ability to get the ball into your playmakers' hands, especially Sam there in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I thought she did a good job of getting herself open, and we were running some stuff to try to get the ball into her hands, and I thought she had some great passes for some other people as well, but we had to get stops on the other end. We were trying to outscore people, and that wasn't going to work, and especially a team that can shoot the three really well and can get to the basket pretty easily. So I think every time I think we cut it, they came back and made a little run. And one of the things I'm disappointed in is that we scored and we would give up a point in transition, and that should never happen. That just shouldn't happen. So.
And Sam and Dayla, the offense has started picking up the last few games for you guys, especially at home. The last 2 home games, hitting 10 threes in each of those. Has anything changed offensively for you guys, or is it more of just the same shots are starting to go in later in the season?
I think our spacing's been a lot better, and I think moving Ava kind of out on the wing sometimes has helped us as well, like attacking more and getting open shots.
She just makes my job easier when she's hitting threes like that. So they have no choice but to face guard her, and that makes me more open, or they're gonna help on me, and that makes her more open.
Is that, Dayla, for you, is that a big part of, you seem to come alive offensively in the second half tonight. Is that because shots were falling for others, that opens things up for you?
Yeah, I do think I have trouble starting off right away, which I do need to do better about, but when Sam hits threes, it gets me hyped, so I'm ready to score as well when she's scoring.
Dayla, before the game, you were honored for scoring over 1,000 points during your career. Can you just take a moment and talk about how special that moment was?
I'm just blessed to be able to do it here with the crowd that we have and the people who support us. I couldn't do it without them, and I'm just grateful for my mom and my dad who pushed me, but it's not about the points, I'm just here to have fun.
Speaking of tonight's game, awesome opportunity to raise awareness for cancer. Can you guys just talk about that opportunity to play in this game and to coach in this game as well, wearing the pink jerseys and just supporting cancer or supporting those that are struggling with cancer?
Yeah. I do think it's a pretty special night, and our slogan has kind of been bigger than basketball, because I truly think that is what tonight is about, and I think it's pretty cool that we have people in the stands wearing pink, and the ladies that joined us to walk out with the lineup. But I think it's one of those things that it touches everyone. Whether you're affected with it, you're affected by it, family, friends. It's such a big thing, and I think to have the opportunity to bring awareness to it is huge.
For Coach, you kind of mentioned it earlier on, but just looking at the period by period scoring, what was it that you as a team were able to, improve at in the last 3 quarters? Because the first quarter was really the one that had the biggest point differential. Was there any one thing or a handful of things that you maybe got better at later on in the game?
Honestly, offensively, I know we didn't score a ton of points in the first quarter, but I think it was really the run that they made to start. And I think for us, we weren't getting great things, and we were giving up layups at the other end. And so, I think for us, we have to execute, but we also have to understand how important it is for us to get defensive stops. And we weren't making things hard for them. We were making it really easy. You can see they had a ton of points in the paint, and this is a team that also shoots the three really well, and they do a great job of spacing out the floor, and so it's hard to have help side if you don't contain your player. And they're a really good team, and I think they're going to continue to do really good things in the conference, but I also felt like we had our opportunities.
Sam, you had a career high tonight with 24. You were also 50% from 3. Can you just kind of talk about how the spacing has really affected the way that you're able to drain those threes, especially there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think it helps that in the beginning of the year I wasn't shooting so well, so I think teams aren't expecting me to shoot that well, but it just, I mean, Dayla obviously opens it up and gets me the ball, so props to her and everyone else.
I think one of the things that we talked about at the beginning of the year, because we were getting those questions a lot, like, oh, you guys are struggling from the perimeter. We had to have them keep shooting, and part of the reason is, like, you have a great player like Dayla that can get to the rim, but if you don't have to guard our guards on the perimeter, then everyone can sink in, and then it makes it way harder for Dayla to get to the basket. So, you know, it's nice that we can hit some threes and kind of spread it out a little bit more.
Grand Canyon comes in town Saturday. They're 11-1 in conference play this year. What do you feel like you guys need to do on Saturday to kind of slow them down?
It's the same. I mean, it's a transition team. Like, they're going to push the ball. They're going to be fast. They're going to take advantage of us if we're not locked in and in the right spots and communicating. They're different. You know, they're definitely different than Utah Tech, but you know, we didn't have Ashley the first time we played them, so it'll be nice to have another big post presence in there, because they really, the first half when we played them down there, they really took advantage of us in the post. And so, you know, I'm excited about the opportunity, I think, to play them at home, and I think we played well the second half down there. It was, again, you know, the first half slow start, so we just have to figure out how to get it going from the tip.
Would you like to leave us with anything, Coach?
No, just, you know, thank you to the community that showed up to support, and the ladies that showed up, and, you know, we're just blessed to get to do what we do, and I'm thankful for the support that we get.